Hey guys, we're back today with another fleet review video. This is a fleet from Cipherkin. It is a completely consistent fleet that is built using the same build styles, and I think it's really cool because it's built in kind of this belter, almost like piratey aesthetic, and everything is the same paint job and is very well put together. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first ship we're going to be looking at is the Zubr Strike Corvette. This is a smaller ship that is built on the ability to use the fixed guns at the front to really do a lot of damage to an enemy as long as you can get up close. The ship relies a lot on pilot skill. So as you can see here, the fixed cast cannon battery is at the front along with some grinders for when you finally capture or kill the enemy ship. You can grind them down and take all of their stuff. Love the way that Cipherkin is using a lot of this greebling on the front, doing little fake radar domes, etc. I love the way that there's this ribbing on the side using the beam blocks to connect the upper and lower part of the ship when facing forward. Of course, this is a kind of entry-level ship, so it mostly has flax on it. And then using these awesome looking new drives from our drive pack that were custom modeled for the Expanse server to give it this awesome, really cool back end of the ship. Going inside, obviously it's a small ship, but I think that Cipherkin did a really good job with a nice little airlock there, and then immediately into more of some common quarters. Going down the ladder, you go into the crew quarters, so you have the sleeping quarters, bathroom, and kind of galley all in one area, and then a nice and compact CIC. Next up is the Nosorog Escort frigate. I really like this one because it has this really cool front section that almost looks like a fish or a shark with an open mouth. You can see there are some grinders in there and lots of lights for when you capture or kill the enemy that you are chasing. It has 2 coil guns on the side, and it has inner PDCs all along to really help defend against torpedo volleys. Again, it uses the same aesthetic as the rest of Cipherkin's ships, has a really good PDC arrangement, and can definitely take a lot of torpedoes. Cipherkin does a really good job of creating these small outline sections that are then all over the ship. And of course it has a good nice drive pack, the tri-drive, which you don't see very often because this is a game based on cubes, and then of course one drive in the middle to really round out the drive section. Going inside, again, because this is a frigate class vessel, it has a small interior, but really love the way that Cipherkin does their interiors. You can see it's kind of broken up into a couple different sections. There's a cockpit right there in case you need to run into the ship, and then of course you have the crew quarters moving into the sleeping quarters, and then going up you will reach the small but well-acquainted CIC. Next you have the Incursor Torpedo frigate. So this is focused on using torpedoes to destroy your enemy either through overheat or alpha attack. Again, love the greebling on the front of all of Cipherkin's ships. They do a really good job with the fake radar dishes and beams and using the hazard paint to really create texture. There are 2 coils on the top and the bottom of this one, and again it has a really good PDC armament. I love that they use kind of this tapered look before they get to the drive section with beams that really help bring it all together and give it that belter look, since belter ships use a lot of beams and a lot of structural support throughout the ship. You can see that it is clearly an OPA vessel based on the tag on the side. And then if you look closely, you can see where the torpedoes are. You have 2 on the top here in a very symmetrical fashion, 2 on the bottom as well once we go down there. And then you have 2 more right there on the front. Going inside of this ship, again, it has a small but good airlock, and then moving in, you can see that there are some more passageways that lead off to the sides here to a medical bay, and also down to the rest of the ship. If you go down this vertical passageway, you make it to a small maintenance hatch, and if you keep on going down, you make it to the rest of the ship. So you have some crew quarters here along with the galley. Going down even farther into the belly of the beast, you get to the well-acquainted CIC, which I think is just a really cool look with the red and blue contrast. Next up is the Vityaz Escort Frigate. It is a quad coil design that takes a lot of the same design language from the rest of this fleet. Cipherkin did a really good job of building a very uniform fleet with similar aesthetics and design style. Again, using the beams to create this look of structural engineering, and of course up in the front, using the same aesthetics with fake radar domes, and then really using these circular beam blocks to create this really cool effect in the front. Again, it has grinders for when you catch or destroy your enemy, you can take all their stuff, and it has a very good PDC complement using all inner PDCs. Oh, and there's some OPAs in there, of course, too. I love the way that Cipherkin does their drive sections. They're very round, which is a hard shape to find in Space Engineers. And of course, using our modded thrusters here, they look super good with the glowing sections actually inside the thruster. And then again here, going inside, same thing, since these are all frigate classes, they have smaller airlocks, smaller interiors, but Cipherkin does a really good job of making them compact and also useful. Going inside, you immediately have medical. Going down, you move into the heart of the ship, which takes you directly to the CIC, which is, again, very well acquainted and on theme. And moving inside of this hatch, you can see this is a maintenance hatch which takes you into the belly of the ship. So these are all the ships that Cipherkin has made. The workshop links are in the description, and if you would like to join the server, the link to the Discord is in the description as well.